Whagwan Jeffries, I don't normally do this and go on a rant after a game, but that game has absolutely disgusted me, right? It started off at the beginning, right, when you've seen the team, and you've seen Luke Shaw at the back after the mistakes at Arsenal, because they targeted him because he's crap. But you move into the midfield, Casemiro starts again, and the guy can literally last 30 minutes. That's a long time to women. But in football terms, it is not a long time. But you then move forward again. Mason Mount up front as a false nine against Fulham. And we've got a £70 million player on the bench, right? But forgetting that, we've got Bruno Fernandes in midfield, who's playing out of position. Ruben says in the pre-match, I need options off the bench. That's why Sesko sat there. We've paid 70 mil for him. He shouldn't be on the bench. He should be coming straight on. You paid 70 mil for a striker to start. He's an absolute unit. Start him. But no, the game goes. We literally looked like prime Barcelona for the first 10 minutes. That is it. United turned up for 10 minutes, packed the bags and shut up shop. United, Amrin, it is a game for 90 minutes. Not 10, 90. But no. Manchester United turned up like we did last year. It was like a rinse and repeat. We paused from last year and pressed play for this year. It looked exactly the same. Straight after them 10 minutes went, Fulham started to settle. We were unlucky, given, but Fulham started to settle, started to get into the game, and they put it back on us. They sat defences, took the wave of attack from United, and then came straight back at us. And what did we do? We had no answer for it. No answer for it. Cunha, bless him, tried his heart out. Bruno was just running down the channels aimlessly. No end product of it. A lot better than what we'd have with Garnacho, may I add. But, again, clueless. As soon as we get into defence, and we've got no other option in the midfield because Casemiro is in no man's land. Bruno's too far up because he's a number 10. So we hoof the ball up. We're hoofing the ball up to a 5'0" false nine in Mason Mount, who can't hold the ball up. So we lose possession. But yet you've got a 6'5" striker sat on the bench. So game goes on. Second half starts. We get our goal. Luckily, we get our goal. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about the penalty. But yeah, soft penalty, but we get a penalty. Bruno, the man you'd bet your house on to score a penalty. You'd put your children up for sale on a bet if it meant for Bruno to take a penalty to save your life. You'd do it. But I think it's this. I don't know if it's the Saudi thing that switched his head or something, but something's playing on his mind because today he was dreadful. But takes the penalty. It nearly hit me in Manchester. I know people were trying to pick him up and stuff, but he just looked deflated the whole game. The whole game from Bruno was nothing. He had no impact because he's playing out of position. This system is not built for Bruno like that. This system is not built for Cunha and Mbeumo. Hence why they had no impact. Dorgu left back today was, I swear to God, if I was at the game, I would have jumped on the pitch and two-footed him. Honestly, it was that bad, right? Towards the end of the game, when we're 1-1 and we need to get back, we need to scrape a goal. What does Dorgu go and do? Goes and make stupid fouls, so we lose the ball, Fulham get the ball, and hoof it back up and waste time. But going on from that, the 1-1, right? We get 1-1 off the corner, Euro gets the goal, albeit it's off the back of one of their players, but we're in it. What did Ruben Amorim do as soon as we went 1-0 up? And he's even said this in his press conference after the game. We need to defend our lead. Defend? Jesus Christ, you could have parked a double-decker at our back and called it Manchester United. As soon as we scored, substitution. We take off Ahmad for Delo. We take off Casemiro because it was so blatantly obvious he needed to come off. You take Casemiro off and you put Agate on. What does Mainoo need to do to get into this team? He is a generational talent and has come through the ranks of Manchester United, what we're all about, and he is sat there watching Casemiro looking like he needs to go to a retirement home And Ugarte, who everybody just walks past because he can't get a tackle in, and he's sat there going, hold on a minute, I'm probably one of the best attacking midfielders the club has got, and I'm not getting used. And even with Mainoo as well, he can still put in a defensive shift because that's how he was used under Ten Hag, because he was defensive. But Mainoo, still not pissed, and I feel sorry for the lad. The camera panned onto him, and his face said 100 pictures. Like, what am I doing here? You want me to sign a new contract? I'm not even getting used. I get managers have the favourites and stuff like that, and that's what annoys me, because it's blatantly obvious. Amrin has his favourites. He's got Bruno as his favourite. Luke Shaw's one of his favourite. Mason Mount is one of his favourites. I don't get it. So we've got two of the most injury-prone players in the league as the favourites. We've got Bruno Fernandes, who is unbelievable when he's played in the correct position. But no, we're playing him as a CDM. Doesn't work. Roll on further to the game. Fulham get back into it. And I mean, the defence of Manchester United was absolutely criminal. That would be on Road Wars. Smith Rowe just walked through like we don't exist, bangs it in the net. And remember, we're defensive at this point. Yeah, so we've got more defenders on than attackers, and we concede straight away. Straight through Agate. Delo can't even pick up his man. Dorgu doesn't see anything because he's like Scooby-Doo with the ball. Goes in the back of the net. And then that's when all hell breaks loose and we revert to default. The Amrin default that we've seen last year, I don't know how many times. Up steps Harry Maguire up front with Sesko. Have you ever seen this before? This is back to the Fellaini days, right? Every defender go forward, stick Fellaini up front. That's what Maguire's being used as at the minute. He's the English Fellaini. He's just being used for his eye in the box to try and get something. And fair play to him, he nearly got something. But that's our plan B. Stick Harry Maguire up front. That is it. The system doesn't change. There is no plan B. And we're the second game in. Oh, God. I don't know where we go from here. I don't normally react like this, right? But when you've seen it for so many years, there's something wrong at United. It's not you can't just make players crap overnight. There is something wrong at United. We know the hierarchy are crap. We need a new keeper. We're going getting a new keeper. It's pretty obvious. But Buendia today kept falling over at the back post. The back post was an issue today. The amount of times Fulham could have scored today at that back post. If Fulham had their shooting boots on today, we would have been in trouble. The board have gone and got him a goalkeeper because clearly he doesn't want Onana. Onana is done. We're going to go and get this lad. But where is the midfield? The defence needs to have the best players on. You need to be starting with Harry Maguire leading the middle. You got Yoro to his right, Maguire to De Ligt to his left. Brilliant. Or Martinez when he's back. Luke Shaw should not be nowhere near this squad. Dorgu needs a sit down and a slap and look in the mirror and say, look at who you play for. Get your act together. Because he can't cross, he can't shoot, and he's useless in the tackle. He's too heavy-footed, so he just fouls everybody. Mason Mount runs around like a headless chicken. And Casemiro, bless him, his legs have gone. Let him be one of them experienced player that brings the youngsters' talents through and, nurtures them. But do not be starting this man for Manchester United. He is not a starter. He is third choice at best. Kobe Mainoo is young, full of energy, and he is ready, and he has got it. He's a generational talent, and we're leaving him out the squad. I don't know what it is. Clearly, Amrin doesn't see what we see in Mainoo. But for the love of God, if you've just signed a striker for 70 million, put him on! And just to top it off, when Sesko came on, they stopped hoofing the ball up and started crossing into nobody. They ran up the channel. Delo, useless, should never ever step foot in a United squad again, runs up the pitch and knocks it out for a goal kick to them. It's like we changed tactics as soon as Sesko came on. We thought, we've been hoofing it up to a 5-foot player who can't get onto it. We'll stop that once a 6'5" player comes on. They stopped. Sesko's looking around like, are you taking the piss? You've been knocking it up all day. I come on. I haven't even had a touch. I think I counted 3 touches from Sesko. One was a pass to Dorgu, who couldn't control it and it went out. We're going to get bantered to shit, and that's the name of the game. We're going to get that, but I do it back to them, so it's fair play. But they're going to take the mick out of us for Sesko because of his touches and stuff like that. Cunyon and Wemo, bring it on. But I'm telling you now, if a manager is on that much money and can't see the blatant obvious errors that we can all see and say every week, you might as well give up now. This man wants to stay for 20 years. He will not stay 20 games. If we carry on like this man will not last till Christmas. And the bets are on, the bookies are on, even Jamie Carragher said it. First manager to get sacked is Manchester United. And God help us if we do it again. Because I can't go through this another manager thing. The whole change of the culture, the whole new team needed for the new manager, it's not going to happen. If we change again, United are done. United are done. We have to stick with Amrin. As painful as it might be at the minute, it needs to click. Amrin, you need to get your stuff together, my friend, because if it doesn't click, we are fucked. The fan base are going to be coming out in numbers. It's just not good enough. You need a plan B. And plan B is not sticking Harry Maguire up front every 10 minutes. Because clearly today, it didn't work. But anyway, Jeffries, I'm sorry for the rant. It's been bottling up for years. And when it happens again, it's like I've pressed stop on my vlogs and then pressed play again for the new season. There is no difference. That's why I've called it new season, same result. Something needs to change. United, get your act together. Get your shooting boots on for Grimsby. Get past in the cup. And then we go to Burnley. And we should smash Burnley off the park. And then we go to City. Let's go and put our name down. Show who we are and what we're about. And see if this philosophy actually takes us somewhere. But it's the hope that kills you, United. And unfortunately, we've all got it. But it is what it is. We love our club. Take care, Jeffries. Peace.